Hey my single ladies, welcome to your reading. I just got through doing the guys single reading, so I just wanted to get some out there for us girls. Ace of Summer's jumping out reverse though. We'll keep it separate. But yeah, if you're new, welcome. Please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get all the messages I post each month. And to my lovely loyal subscribers, welcome back. Make sure you've hit the notification bell, because a lot of people keep telling me that they don't get my videos and stuff, and yeah, YouTube don't share them, so you have to be subscribed. Let's see what's going on with us single ladies. I don't know why I said us. I better stop it. Okay, so the Ace of Summer's jumping out first. Ace of Cups there. Says open your heart to love. Let's have a look. The beginning of a new intimate relationship or a rebirth of a current one, the awakening of psychic abilities or spiritual epiphanies. So we're just going to keep it to the side and see what cards come out first for us guys. So Nine of Pentacles, single ladies, right? Six of Wands, after overcoming a spiritual lesson, and the Death card. So it's about letting go of the past, an ending that makes way for new opportunities and a time to move on. So understand that this is where your power is, ladies. You know, this is about being single but having grown, being fruitful. Look at all these fruits and veg and stuff around her. It's about being fruitful. Reward yourself for the hard work you've done. Obviously you've been going through this spiritual lesson, you've been growing, being happy and successfully self-employed, cherishing your time alone. So, you know, being alone is not lonely, right? Knowing that you're not codependent or needing anybody else, but you'd like somebody to share your life with. Looking for somebody as abundant and as grown as you. I just told the guys, like, looking for a grown and sexy love here, not just, you know, the type of love where we're pouring all our energy and it brings a lesson about, right? Wonderful news is on the way. Smart choices that bring rewards and success and public recognition. This is people being attracted to you and knowing the difference between people liking you and people valuing you. Now you value yourself with that Nine of Pentacles. Now you stood strong, firm, independent, right? I think I've mentioned this before about being feminist and feminine. A lot of people probably first meet me and think I'm a strong feminist. No. You know, I feel like we have our place, right? Not like to be put in somebody's place, but I feel like, you know, everything has its place here. Finding somebody to be able to share with you, not for you to pour all your energy or give, you know, all the blessings you've been given already to that person. Sorry, the helicopter deciding to go past now. You guys know I'm between England and Paris at the moment, so I hope you enjoy a closer look at the cards. But yeah, it's time to let go and release the old version of yourself, right? You're new and improved here. Nothing wrong with that. You overcame this spiritual lesson. Now you know your value. People will see your value, right? And after that Death card there comes love, because we have this transformation of energy here. So let's see where this is going. Definitely knowing your value and your worth now. Okay, ladies, this is the way forward. This is how you call in this love offer, because you might say, hey, I've been single for a long time and on this spiritual path, where is everybody? They're waiting for you to know your worth, right? Okay, let's see here. And let's go. Ten of Pentacles, look at you, cha-ching. Very abundant. Prince of Swords, Eight of Pentacles there, Ten of Pentacles, and the Justice card. And exactly what I've been saying about knowing your worth, right? And knowing that many people, men for example, or whatever sex you're attracted to, being attracted to you and liking you, but can drain you, right? To the point where you have to start working on yourself again. And you don't want that. It's about being open and honest with yourself here, right? A person who likes you doesn't necessarily value you. And anybody who values you, you don't need to prove it to them that, oh, this is my value. So you don't need to take action and chase. I feel like this is what you've been learning or will be learning at this time. Just discard there. So this is either, you know, something that's carried through from childhood or a past life that You're learning your own value. If we can see, it looks all about pentacles at the moment, but it's not, right? It's not about material things. It's about knowing the value of yourself, your soul, your body, right? I just seen, I was having a conversation about somebody auctioning their virginity and getting a lot of money for it. But really, you know, is it worth it? There's some things that have more value than money, and it's your body, ladies, here, right? So maybe not giving into a man because he shows you attention or likes you. That Six of Wands is somebody, you know, being attracted to you. You're probably all very attractive, beautiful ladies here. So of course people are attracted to you. It doesn't mean they value you though. So I feel like you've been learning the difference there in somebody valuing you and liking you. So you may have even been through a relationship, because Ten of Pentacles is about a relationship or something ending there. And we have the Death card. So been through an ending, which made you single here, where you had to learn and build up your value and self-worth here. And it starts with honesty with yourself, right? There's no way around it. There's no skipping steps, as I tell people. It starts with you. People may take from you, may take advantage of you, but it starts with you. We let them because we don't know our own value in the first place, so we try to prove our own value. Some giving money. Some people taking money off you. Some people using you for your body and things like that. All different ways that people have been taking from you here. This was a very harsh lesson. It feels karmic, because we can say here, people feel like they say it's bad karma and things like that, but it's not bad karma. Two of Swords, the Moon, and Six of Wands. So you feel like something is still missing, something is still eluding you here, needs to be revealed. It's yourself, I feel. You know, understand that people, you shouldn't, you know, wait for a man to pick you. I feel it's more like you should be picking from the men or the women, depending what your sexual preference is. You know, you're the prize here. You're the Six of Wands. You're the success. You're the value here. Anybody who doesn't want their partner as a high value or see them as high value, I mean, firstly, they don't value themselves, because, right, we want the best for ourselves. So if they don't see your value, this person's got their eyes blindfolded here, then you need to withdraw. You need to ghost. Okay, I don't need to prove my value to somebody. It shows that they're not worth your energy. Okay, so first step is like when you start to spend money on them or prove value and say, hey, I'm an empress, I've got myself, let me buy you some clothes. First of all, I don't feel like an emperor or any sort of man with self-value wants you picking him up and fixing him up, right? That is it's not the case. This is a real man. You may have him when he doesn't have it, but he doesn't want you picking him up and paying for things. It demasculates him, right? So what you end up doing is you'll end up fixing them up for another woman, and then you'll question when they quickly move on, they'll marry somebody else, and you're like, why did they move on and marry somebody else? That's because you, although you was very valuable, you didn't see your own value, because you were trying to prove to somebody else, I've got value, right? So that was the first step in you losing your value in their eyes. Second step, they wasn't worthy of you being a knight if you had to prove your value by whatever way, multiple different ways in a general reading. I always leave information in the description box for personal readings and my other services. But this is like here, what's going to be revealed to you, or the epiphany, as we've seen in the, you know, the spiritual epiphany here, when you've overcome this lesson, is I am the damn prize. You are the prize here. That's what's going to be revealed. It's not going to be somebody who chooses you, right? You should choose them. I mean, a long time ago, we spent like our families and that would have to be approached to, can I, you know, marry your daughter? because there was more value on women then. And I say women have been devalued by this girl power thing that's going on. I have the right to show my butt on Insta, okay, but do you really want to? I have the right to do whatever I want to do. That's great for you, each to their own, but know what you're choosing, right? It doesn't make us more valuable or have more power and things like that, because just because we can do what we want doesn't mean we should. Everybody has free will. We always did. But there was more value placed with, asking somebody's father, hey, is it okay for me to court your daughter, date them with the mindset of marriage, not just date them and use their bodies, take away their value, maybe even get them pregnant and create them to, have a family with somebody else and then go off and do it elsewhere, right? There's no value like that. It's like families lose all their stability and things like that by this new girl power way that's going on. There's a lot of women who are single parents, right, and dads too, but we're talking to the ladies right now, and just because you should do it doesn't mean, just because you can do it doesn't mean you should have to, right? Just because you can take on that masculine energy and go get a job and feed these kids and everything else doesn't mean you can. You want somebody who's honourable, loyal, understands the worth of you. And it starts with you, so understand your own worth here. Don't be confused about, was it anything to do with me, why somebody left me, or was I not good enough because they went on and married somebody else after they met me? No, you was building them up. You was paying for them or giving them your value, boosting their ego by being with them, making them feel good when they was down and things, when they was being triggered by their own issues. You might have been like picking them up and holding them up and holding them down, as they say, and really building their self-worth up to the point where your self-worth went down. So then, you've built a bum into this king who goes on and then marries another woman. Or, you're building them up for the next people. And it's just any man who you have to prove to doesn't see your value. Stop showing them, stop proving them, ghost them, walk away from them, because what will happen is you'll build them up and then they'll ghost you. So it's better to, know your worth here and know that you're the prize. And I feel like that's overall what the lesson was here, what was being revealed to you. So, okay, to be cautious, definitely not chasing, definitely not moving or chasing any energy that's meant to be with you. We don't chase, we attract, right, ladies? So Prince of Pentacles, this is cautious movement forward until we're getting those offers of commitment. Actually, I just told the guys, this is your wife, so marry her. That sort of thing brings stability, balance, because it shows that when you're in this masculine energy, which is the Four of Swords, it's another Libra card actually, but it's masculine energy. It's quite toxic for you to always be in that masculine energy. You need to be able to be in a safe place to embrace your feminine energy, because there's nothing wrong with feminine energy. It's very creative. We might find ourselves not being able to create a life for ourselves because we're always in this masculine energy. We're always going to work and trying to provide and feed the kids, but we can't really do it all. So we're doing nothing well because our energy is all over the place in the masculine energy. So it might be that, we've got a job and we work and we provide, but maybe our kids are suffering emotionally, right? We're not having time to sit with them, where if a man was doing half of the work, we might have a little bit more time to sit with them and emotionally help and develop children, right? And I'm not calling any shots at anybody. I was a single parent as well all my life. So it's about healing that and healing those lessons that we've learned that says, hey, women can do this, so we don't need a man. And stop saying things like that if you want a man. It's also quite toxic words and thoughts can be blocking your blessings coming in here. So we know as we become conscious manifestors that words and our thoughts are very important, right? If we're chained to old ways of thinking, we need to unlearn those ways and unlearn those coping mechanisms. What we thought was helping us to heal or get over them really wasn't. It was really tying us to the same sort of soulmate. So now we want to, you know, understand what a person's offering before they, you know, get our goodies. What are you offering? You're offering to lay down with me? You know, are you offering to pray with me or lay with me? Then I can make my mind up here. And don't be afraid to stand your ground and stand in your worth and say, hey, what are you offering? If they say, well, this you're too much or whatever, say, okay, go to the next girl. Because, you know, it's not only guys that are bad here, there's girls that are bad too, and those guys will learn their lessons. So, you know, we all have an opportunity to learn our lessons and heal. So knowing when to walk away brings you your power back, returns you to this power and your destiny here. The pain that you've experienced from people walking away from you might have gave you abandonment issues. So just be aware that that may still need healing, because we have this Four of Swords. So we're still on a healing journey where we're healing from either somebody walking away from us or abandonment issues that we've had all our life, right? So it can be like, you know, maybe one parent wasn't there when we was growing up and it made us question our self-worth. How come my parent didn't stay around for them, right? How come, you know, those sorts of things didn't happen? So it's developed into your adult relationships here going forward and growing up, and you really want to look at these to heal it. It won't cause more hurt, because a lot of people think, okay, if I leave that there, it's out of mind, but it's not. It's within us, and it will then have a new effect as we move forward to this Ace of Cups, a new relationship, right? We'll bleed here on people who didn't cut us, so we need to keep that in check and heal it. It's about responsibility for ourselves. This is major healing with the Star, and staying single long enough to know that, as it said up here, enjoy your time alone. Staying single until we're healed enough to know that I'm not going to accept anybody who's, you know, trying to pick me up. Wants me to pick them up, and you know, it's not. And it's nothing about money. It's nothing about money. It's not. It's about, you know, when you're putting all your energy into making somebody else feel good, that on the days you don't feel good, they're out with their friends or something like that, and you're like, well, I needed you today, and the fact you had to say it is a problem, because then it develops all these other issues in you. It might be that you get into new relationships, develop trust issues, because you have abandonment issues or was cheated on before and had your heart broken here, that when they go out for anything, work, you start to feel anxiety here with these Seven Swords because you've been cheated on before. Okay, you didn't reply to my text straight away. What was you doing? Yeah, I know this energy. You're a frigging player and things like that. But it's not that. It's this devil energy that we find coming in if we're not healed, right? So knowing that, okay, we're going to heal that before we move forward. Because then we can see with the Chariot here, we'll move forward. The Star coming before the Chariot is saying, hey, stop putting the cart before the horse. Stop trying to skip ahead and want somebody in your life. It could be some of you have mother issues and parental issues, don't have good relationships with your mother, or maybe you do have a good relationship with your mother, but they put a lot of burden on you, or you've taken a lot of traits from a strong single mother or something like that. So you're trying to move past that and pull a new approach. This is basically breaking generational cycles. And it's something that even when I was younger, I was like, I come from a strong line of women. It's something that you might have took pride in at one time, but then as you've been on this spiritual journey, these epiphanies that you're having here, it's like, you know, I'm worth more than that. So you're breaking generational cycles and maybe even what some people feel like are curses here. You're taking a new approach to being a strong woman, because you are a strong woman and they was a strong woman, but this is a new approach here that we're finding. Yeah, you're moving past this, having to relearn with the Page. Via loss of soulmates, the Six of Cups there. It's about losing what you love, or something you were so attached to that you thought would never end, and this was the love of your life. Learning lots of lessons through loss here, maybe even having to cut people out who are not good enough for you, right? And maybe having to start again on your own, being like, I've just got to go, there's just me and my little baby at this time, and I need to focus on us. I need to change, what's happened in our families and things like that. Those sorts of spiritual messages and downloads that I've got to change this. That might mean standing alone or being single until I heal these things from the inside out, not just on the outside, not just this outside appearance where I can smile again, or I'm not searching their profile again. It's got to be on a real deep level here for this to move forward, for you to move forward. So you might be, I've been single for a long time this time, and it might just be because you wanted to be single, or you're seeing value in being single. You can focus on your own business. We've seen appear in the Nine of Pentacles, and creating your own generational wealth, right? You might have come from a family that struggled here all the time, maybe just because of money. And you're changing that now. You're making these huge changes, and that takes huge strength and huge courage to stand alone and understand that I'm not lonely, understanding that everybody in the family or things here, they might have opinions about you, but you've still got to stand strong and keep going, because really and truly it's like you're doing it for all of them. You've taken on this huge project in this lifetime where you will change this cycle, because you don't want it for your kids or your grandkids and things like that here with the Six of Cups and the Page. You're moving forward for the future generations with this Six of Swords. And of course there will be people who try to return to your past and try to come back into your life here, and they're learning their lessons as well. But it's about whether you've truly learned your lesson, and will you stand up and say, hey, thank you, but no thank you, right? I want a man who will pray with me instead of just wants to lay with me, because if you pray together, you stay together, right? Any man will lay with you. I'm telling you, like, any man without any value will lay with you, regardless. Like, some of the things I've heard in my life is unbelievable, that some people have laid with, men and women, but people who don't see value in themselves, they will lay with anybody, right? So you want a man who's going to pray with you, pray together, stay together, right? Because I feel like if you build up all this generational wealth, you may get to a point where you say, hey, well, what is it actually worth if I have nobody to share it with? And that's true, and there is this love coming for you here. But first, it's like, I'm doing it for the future. It's like either you've got in your mind, or this is your mission to do this for future generations. So that's first and foremost, right? So don't worry, the divine does understand this as well, this wanting to be together and having a companion through this journey. So don't worry, there is somebody out there who is meant for you, who is coming towards you here. So I'm not really worried that there's nobody out there for you. I feel more like during this time you might find that you're single for a little while before this person comes in. Let's see what jumped out. Calling in your soulmate. This could be the one. And the single guys had this could be the one as well. And I really love that. And it shows that you guys who are single and working on yourselves are making your way towards each other. Being a lady, call them in. Be the Empress energy. Don't chase. Your prayers and affirmations and visualizations help bring you together. Okay? I feel like this, you've already met the romantic partner you seek, is this. They will be from a past life. You'll know them instantly. So you might be asking, how will I know which is the one? Because I've met so many bombs that needed building. I started a shop, Build-A-Bum. But how will I know it's them? You'll know it's them because of this past life connection. They're not going to pass you by. You work on yourself, breaking those ancestral curses or something there that's happening, learning your spiritual lessons, release everything that has been. So don't hold on to any of the lessons, don't hate any of the lessons, because that's basically like hating yourself. Everything that you've been through has to be to shape you here, so you don't need to hate that, because that, you know, you're becoming an empress. You're becoming the best version of yourself, right? So be grateful for all those experiences and keep practicing gratitude, because then more blessings can come in there, right? If it takes time, it's meant to happen for a reason. You've got work to do here. It might even be building your own business or building yourself up again to a point where you're never going to be hurt like that again. So like I say, ladies, I leave my information in the description box for personal readings and my other services. Have a great day.